Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Island Fans, another show where we get to talk about football. And if you were following a lot of the advertisements and what we're going to talk about tonight, it's going to be related to Benna Boys. I got on my Benna Boys shirt. I haven't worn this in a while though, but it still feels good. It'd be awesome if I could actually wear it for the national team on the field, but that's kind of impossible for me. I'm not good enough to that to make the team. I'm good enough to break a couple people's foot. I wouldn't mind breaking a couple. Anyway, no offense, but I love my country. I don't know. This jersey does look nice to me, doesn't it? Right? What do you say, fellas?
Yeah, he's
No.
one of the better kids that
Indeed.
we've won over the years.
Yeah, legit. I should get the red. I think there's a black too, right? Obviously, and there's a blue for all the
Yeah,
different
there's the
colors.
blue.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah. There
right.
we go. So I've always liked it. It feels nice. And another reason why we need to get back to football, man. Got a pair of boots there. I'm dying to put on.
All
Oh
right, so
man, y'all missed the game like me? I'm sure you do.
of course,
Indeed.
of course. Can't wait, man.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, 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 yep. But you guys are here tonight. I see fans rolling in. Good, good, good to see all of you. And we have our special guest, and he will be with us in just a moment. But until then, of course, gotta touch on a little bit of EPL, touch on a little FA Cup. That's what we like to watch. And I guess, and by now we can say that we have the best league in the world, considering we knocked out, most of the Spanish teams out of the Champions League, and the one
You,
good, yeah, it's with that too. We got the two German teams there, and so forth. So I guess England is now finally starting to dominate Europe like we expect them to. But even outside of that, we have the FA Cup, and United got knocked out the FA Cup 3-1 to Leicester. Big up to Brendan Rodgers. And I tell you more, you need to buy back Iniacho. The striker for you is right there, bro. He's right. I said so
And
like two shows ago.
I,
Come on,
I
the
I
Nigerian
remember that.
eye.
I remember that. I
Yeah.
mean, it's it's good to see when you see somebody like that and they haven't gotten
Hmm.
the opportunities that they have gotten. I mean, you can't be
Hmm.
upset by. I don't think any footballer can be upset by the form that he's in at the moment. He's in
Hmm.
brilliant form and playing just like
Yeah.
how he's supposed to be, coming off a hat trick and then
Yeah.
scoring 2 goals again. It's impressive.
Yeah. It is impressive. I know y'all Man United fans are right now hating on Fred, and they have a right to. In the United show, ironically, was one of the things we agreed on. And I know Reese is a big hater of Fred, big hater of
Tucker.
Fred. But yeah, he had an awful game. And it was his retarded back pass that led to the opening goal. Good to see Green on the score sheet, but nonetheless, though, that delivery there from I think his name's Pratt is his name.
Yeah,
Beautiful delivery. McTominay missed the header, and then Nigerian R9 to finish there. And a good goal by him, definitely. And big ups to Leicester. Hope they get a trophy because it's about time Brendan Rodgers get them a trophy because I think we already resigned him to be a flop in the Premier League, right, Shaq?
yeah. I've said that for a couple of weeks now, but maybe he can prove us
Hmm.
wrong. I think they're coming
Hmm.
up they will have Southampton in the semi-finals. So
Yeah.
already there, you think that's advantage Leicester. I
Yeah.
guess Leicester
Yeah.
would be the hope to stop the Manchester City quadruple.
I hope so.
Uh,
Well, right now, I would be saying maybe Tuchel. What do you think about that, Moy? I mean, Tuchel hasn't lost the game yet, and you have him in the FA Cup, and if he meets Leicester, I mean, it's a toss-up still, but you gotta back Tuchel to win his first trophy. I
Yeah,
mean,
very tough to
what's his
say.
name? What's his name? Arteta did it, came in, won the FA Cup. Tuchel come in, win the FA Cup. What do you say, Moy?
yeah, before I get to that, I just have to tell you, I welcome you to the family of failed shows after you have a show and then the team lost. So
Oh yes,
on
I saw
behalf
your stuff. Yes.
on behalf of Man City and the Arsenal crew that we did a
Hmm.
show already, we welcome Manchester United with
Well,
us.
well, I didn't lose. I didn't lose. I drew the game. So
But you needed to win though, bro. But we'll get to you in
Yeah.
a second.
But anyway,
um,
to answer your question though,
mhm.
it's how Chelsea is playing. It's looking like a tough game. Whenever that game do come, I think it's the 17th of April.
Yeah.
Both teams,
yeah, I can just
both teams should be in good form still. Chelsea still fighting to stay in our top four. City is still in the hopes of, getting a quadruple in the talks
Mhm.
again. Should be a good
Mhm.
game, but we just wait and see. But I don't have no doubt. I don't have any doubt. We
You don't
felt
have any
sorry for
doubt.
Arteta last year because he was, on the pep, so we gave him something to lift him up.
Ooh,
Yeah,
you
don't
gave
even
him
say that
something.
nonsense,
Okay.
bro. Don't even say that
It's just like,
nonsense.
here's the FA Cup, you can have it.
Yeah, it is a little thing.
Yeah, you have to win something, right? But the way I see it, the way I see it too, I think this would be the game where Timo Werner score a hat trick. I'm sorry. You never know. I mean, football's so crazy, right? This might just be the game. And I'm looking forward to it, and when I saw my lineup for the game against Leicester, I'm like, man, I got a nice front line there, boy. Man, I got a nice back line there. I'm gonna win this. And then I see Matic and then I see Fred. I'm like, that midfield can't win nothing. So I'm hoping, let me ask you, Shaq. If I had Partey and Ceballos in that midfield behind the front line of Van de Beek, Pogba, Cavani, and Martial and Greenwood, would I have won that game if I had Partey and Ceballos in the midfield?
Possibly, of course.
Possibly, or it'd be more of a
I
chance,
mean,
percentage
I
wise.
mean, I still look at Man U. Even if you have that midfield there, the Man United team could still prone to mistakes. So
Mm-hmm.
even if you infuse the quality of
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal into that Man U team, then
Gosh.
you probably still see some mistakes. But yeah, I mean that's an upgrade. That's an upgrade to you. There's more
Mm-hmm.
fluidity with those two than the two that you mentioned. So that'd be definitely an upgrade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Josh,
I go ahead, Moy.
okay, it resulted in the Manu game. You
Mm-hmm.
giving Maguire any sticks or the centre backs for that game? You blaming them for that
I
game?
I
Be-
know I know I know Memphis would. I know Memphis would, but watching the game, I don't think there's anything he could have done with those. I mean, I don't know how you blame him. They left your Nigerian R9 open in the back post. It's brilliant delivery. I don't know. Maguire was supposed to be behind there, and he was. That was obviously
that was
McTominay's
McTominay's
fault.
fault.
That was McTominay's fault. He's supposed to clear that out. And then Fred, that back. I guess you can say that Maguire should never pass it to Fred in that area, but Fred's
But
supposed to give
that
a better pass than that.
but that's what I'm saying. I saw that I was watching an interview and they were saying that Fred got the blame, but then somebody else jumped in and said that, oh, how Maguire shouldn't have given him that suicide pass. I
I hear
mean,
you.
if you look at it, I think Fred is still to blame because he was the one that made the mistake. It was such a soft pass, at
Yeah,
least.
I know, right? Because I mean, look at
That
Shaka. Shaka did the same thing. He got the ball, and then he could have made a better play with the ball when he gave away that goal. It was the Burnley game. It's the same. We blame Shaka,
yeah.
because you should have better quality in the ball like than that. And I just don't think if you give Party that same ball, he would have done that. I'm not saying Party can't make mistakes.
No,
I'm
but
just saying,
Josh, you're right because in that same game, our first goal came from Partey turning away from that in a similar position and then swinging the ball straight to William.
yeah,
William out to
quality.
Aubameyang, and then we
Quality.
scored the goal. So
Yeah,
I mean, but Josh, my question to you though is,
yeah.
I'm looking at Ole because I asked you this early in the season when you won 4-0 in the first leg against Sociedad. Bruno
Hmm.
then played the second leg, which was really a nothing game. But then he
Hmm.
was rotated, and you given Danny Van de Beek a chance in this game. Not saying that he couldn't do it, but
Hmm.
why choose to rest key players versus a firing Leicester team? You all are battling for second. So why,
True.
in my mind, I'm asking why it seems as if you only underestimated Leicester. I don't know. How do you view it?
I view it purely based on the comment post the game. Ali mentioned that he wanted to freshen up the team, and he figured to himself that these guys needed games and that they were good enough, the quality that we put up there in order to beat Leicester. And I agree with him. The front line that we had supposed to score those goals, but I think you hurt yourself with a team like Leicester when you mess up chances, when you give away chances like the Fred mistake. Goals, as you always say, change games. And I think that's what happened. When you give away a goal like that, then we don't get right back into it with Greenwood, but then we don't capitalize on it. And I think Ollie probably said that the team was tired. The team was tired, and a lot of people don't have enough games. And I agree with that. This is why I said in the Man United show. I don't know if any Man United fans will agree with me. We don't have the depth that City have. I hate to praise City, but I got to give them that. That you don't see Mahrez playing 6 games straight. You don't see that. You see constant rotation depending on opposition, even with form. We used to hate Pep when it comes to fantasy because he would start somebody, score hat trick, and then like, we'll make a triple captain that guy next time, and then Pep even start it. Ollie have to start it. And what I saw is that if we don't play Rashford and if we don't play Bruno, we don't win. That's what I saw. we need those guys to start the game in order for us to dominate teams, and I need a better squad. That was the point of the Man United game, is that we just need a better squad, So that's that. Joe, you're here with the so we couldn't start West Ham 3-3. Lacazette, good goal. I tell y'all, I've been sleeping on Lacazette for a while now, man.
Don't do that's not me, bro.
Don't do that. I've been such a big Lacazette fan. But to be honest, though, y'all were down 3-0 after 32 minutes. I mean, what's up with that? What's up with that, Joe? Talk to me.
Well, for the first goal, leading to the goal, to the shot eventually was, poor from Arsenal. I felt like David Luiz, for example, David Luiz should not have Antonio doing him like that. Like, come on, man. And then this constant. Here's an issue I have with a lot of the defender with Arsenal sometimes. You get to a player and then you back off until you get into the box and then decide to make a challenge in the box. That's the
football 101. These are things you don't want to get beat. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, you don't want to get beat, but when you allow the player to get into the box and force you to have to make a rash challenge, it makes no sense. Like, these are things we're taught as, basics in football. If it's a case where you do have to make a foul, give the foul outside of the box, not inside of the penalty box. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And that whole play could have been avoided. But once they got to Lingard, I think that Chambers made a decent attempt to try to put him off of the shot. Lingard remained composed, and it was a beautiful finish. Leno could not have done anything about that, honestly. If Leno had saved that, boy, that would have probably been the save of the season. That was a beautiful shot. The other two goals, no sugarcoating it. It was just lackadaisical and straight up not good enough from the squad. They were really disappointing. And then we get back into the game. And then again with a throwing, and only God knows how Antonio missed that shot, because that would have been it. The game would have been over. Quite often we make two. Arsenal are their biggest enemies. Easily the biggest enemies, because and it's a team of two personalities. You never know which Arsenal you're going to get, because we had one Arsenal for the first 30 minutes, and then we had a completely different Arsenal for the rest of the game.
60,
yeah. I mean, I love the fact y'all made the comeback, because I mean, the own goals, I believe they would have been goals. I think it was a scenario where they were pressured, and then you caused the own goals to happen, which what a good team does. Yeah, you caused the own goal to happen. You kind of made your own luck, as it were, in that scenario. But that last goal by Lacazette kind of shows that he should be leading the line. And we did say that y'all weren't sure whether Aubameyang would play off the left or he would continue with Smith Rowe. He did. He put him off the left. So are you saying that this is your best lineup with Lacazette there top, and Aubameyang on the left?
But we started. The thing is, we started Aubameyang on the right. When the game started, Aubameyang started.
The game
on the
started.
Right.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we started with Aubameyang on the right, and after they scored the first goal, Arteta gave them a signal, and you saw both Saka and him racing across the field to switch positions. Now, my thing is, why is Aubameyang even starting on the right? First thing first, for me personally, I don't think it takes a football genius to know that a game like that Aubameyang on the left would not make much sense. Aubameyang has been struggling on that left side, and playing against a team like West Ham, knowing the style of football they play, there's no space for him to get in behind. And Aubameyang is not a player that you can put the ball to his feet and he can hold up and he can get other players involved and create an opportunity for himself.
So let me get this straight. You don't want him on the right. He can't play on the left, so he shouldn't be playing.
Yeah, I honestly thought Aubameyang should have been benched for that game. We should have, if anything, and we needed him later on, we would have brought him on. But for me personally, my thing is, right, I have no problem with Aubameyang. I'm a big fan of Aubameyang. Aubameyang has single-handedly won us the FA Cup last season. But my thing is, you play your strikers based on their strengths, not because he's the captain means he can't get rotated. And I feel it's a case where Arteta did not want to make that big decision to bench his captain, so he decided to play him out on the left, which made no sense to me.
I don't know, Joe. I don't know, Joe. I mean, I hear you, and you're making sense to me. And maybe Shaq, you can weigh in on this as an Arsenal fan. But isn't it a testament probably to Arteta's inability? I'm going to throw that out there because I'm to answer in this question here from Esther TV AFC. I think Arteta is a better coach than Oli. All right. I mean, anybody that's under the tutelage. I'm going to say as a United fan. Anybody that's under the tutelage of Pep have to be a better coach than Oli, right? But I'm making the simple point that you have, in my opinion, a world-class player like Aubameyang, and you can't fit him into a system. You're supposed to build your team around Aubameyang, but it seems like you have his system, and Aubameyang you need to adjust. I mean,
all right. This system that Arsenal plays is built for Aubameyang. The system with Lacazette at the 9 and Saka on the right, with the number 10 in that hole. When Lacazette drops in, Aubameyang is supposed to pick up that spot. The system that Arteta has created is made for Aubameyang. But then when he's making that run and the ball goes to his feet, and then the second phase, he's struggling with that, and that's why he looks as if he's not fitting into the system. But Arteta last season before, we've seen Aubameyang play off the left, and his work wonders. Won the Golden Boot playing from the left. He's won us the FA Cup playing from the left. So
and he was one goal start last season as well.
Right, exactly right, Joe. Thank you. From winning the Golden Boot again, or even tying with Jamie Vardy, I think. But that's my point. The system is geared towards. The system is geared towards Aubameyang being clinical when he comes off of that left side. But right now his first touch is letting him down, and his build-up play.
Yeah, his first touch is letting him down for sure. But here's my question. Everybody has been saying that ever since Aubameyang got the contract that he's somewhat fallen off, which is true because even though we were struggling with creating chances in the beginning and so on, a lot of the chances that Aubameyang got even before are chances that he would have usually finished because he's not a person who needs a lot of chances. So in that aspect of the game, I would say he's fallen off. But would you also say that it may not just be the fact that he got a new contract, but it's more a case where teams have realized that if you eliminate that ability for him to run in behind, because for example, even when we play teams that play high lines, quite often they lock a defender onto Aubameyang.
All right.
So I feel like, okay, yes, he's not playing at his highest potential. He has fallen down a bit. I agree. But at the same time, I feel it's also a case where teams have realized that if you eliminate that aspect of his game, he's really not that effective.
Let me ask a question to the Arsenal supporters. Not pertaining to Aubameyang, but the right back position currently at Arsenal. Yeah, I watched Callum Chambers.
Sorry, Mark. You watched Cafu yesterday. Cafu.
Wow.
It's not me. It's Jamie Carragher said so, man.
That's what Jamie Carragher said. Yeah.
However it is, if he's getting that name, but I must say, watching him yesterday, especially in our West Ham game, he was looking very good on that right back side. There was even occasions where I see him whipping in some good balls, like you would see right backs getting down that side and doing, and it's like
But
it
he
was
is
like
English. He's English, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes
yeah,
sense.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
let's
but
not let's if okay, finish more.
yeah, but I was saying when he was whipping them in, nobody was in the box. But other than
Yeah.
that, he was getting the job done. But the
Yeah.
question that I have to say is do y'all want him to be that starting right back for y'all, or y'all looking at another option?
Look, for me, we bought. I don't know if y'all remember, we bought Callum Chambers as a right back. He was playing right back at Southampton when we bought him, and
Bought him,
he's
bro.
more. He turned into a utility player because he went on loan to Fulham and he was playing CDM before his big ACL injury. He was our best centre back, and how I often described him was a jack of all trades and master of none. But if he can
Mm.
continue to put in performances like he did yesterday, then you keep playing him. You keep playing him in that position until the form falls off. For me, you don't have to just say, okay, you know what, we need a right back. If he's doing the job effectively, because you can see, he's not going to be brushed off a ball either. Maybe what you would, his problem would be at that position is maybe his pace, and
Pace.
he's not a slouch either. He's not a
Mm-hmm.
slouch either, and he's being a centre back on the CDM. His reading of the game is better than most.
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if you look at some of those crosses, like Moy mentioned yesterday,
It
that
was
before he
beautiful.
put the ball in the corridor of uncertainty, all you just need is a touch.
Mm-hmm.
He assisted the Lacazette, well, the first goal, which supposed to be Lacazette goal, and then he basically created the own goal for the
The
second
one
goal.
goal.
It was some
And Aubameyang
wicked
was right behind
crosses
him
he
to
put it
defend.
in, and then he put in two other crosses, if I remember correctly. Then nobody, all they needed the striker
Nobody.
was to just go and put a toe to that ball, and that would have
Yeah,
been
boy.
goal.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Good,
I
good, good.
agree.
Here's a
But
question here from
I
Munchie.
don't
So based on Joe's assessment of Aubameyang's drop in form, is he still not far from Harry Kane? Never heard of anyone discussed figured out Kane. So he's good playing off of the comment you
no,
made
he's not.
earlier on.
He is not far from Kane because here's what. Ultimately, right, as a striker, as your leading number one striker, you want somebody that can win you things and can, when needed, take control, right? Put the
Deliver
team
in
on
big
their back
games, right?
and take you over the finish line. We can start a list probably from now till next week of
And
all the
don't
big
let
games that Harry
Zagreb
Kane has
knock it
lost.
3-0.
Yeah. Yeah, we can start a list from now till next week of all the big games that Harry Kane has not shown up in. If we
yep.
Mm.
start that list with Aubameyang, I don't think we'll go over a minute, maybe over 20
And
seconds.
and
Yeah,
So
boom.
but
it's a
Joe,
different
look
Harry
at
Kane.
last year. Sorry there, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Look at last year in the semi-finals and the finals. Aubameyang scored all the goals.
All the goals. Yep, 100%. That is very true. That is true. And then
Exactly.
remember, even though like the last Europa game, he had a shocker. Well, and this Premier League he had two back-to-back shockers. The game before that, he scored. He played well. You understand?
Mm.
And my thing is too, he played better in that game, and then in this other game where we created more chances, he just like his form has just been up and down, up and down, up and down. And I feel also that a part of it too, what could be affecting him as well,
Mm.
with everything that has been going on this season, I feel like from since Aubameyang got into the league, this is the most media attention he's had. Aubameyang has never been in the media this much
Ever since he signed the thing.
since coming to Arsenal. Yeah, he's never been in
Yeah.
the media this much, and
And the
especially since he
thing,
signed that last contract. Every downfall of Aubameyang has been on the television. Everything is
Yep.
criticized. Everything,
So
everything.
yep.
And,
So that could
and
be getting to him as well.
if I could just chime in here, guys, I'm not making an excuse because I think that he should do better. In his link-up play. I mean, you're a quality player. Learn to pass the ball properly.
True.
We can't. He's human, and I'm not making an excuse, but it could be his mother's sickness is still on his mind, or with his family
Mm.
members is still on his mind. I mean, he's human, but when you step on the pitch, we want him to be robots and do the job properly, and I get that. But if there's something mentally wrong with or going on with him, then to sort that out.
Yeah, Munchie come back again.
Yeah,
He's like,
that
so
is
y'all are
true.
comparing Aubameyang's last season FA Cup heroics to Kane's consistent season performances. It sounds like Munchie
And what has
is gearing up for his
Monty
future signing.
Monty has an agenda, you know.
Munchie
has an
always has an
agenda.
agenda. But
Be-
what
Go
does
ahead, Jake,
Kane
you
have
take
to
it.
show for all his consistent season,
That's what
Mr.
I'm
Munchie?
saying.
Please enlighten us on what Kane has to show us for all his. If we can go through a list of Kane trophies, if you don't mind, Munchie, that would be appreciated.
I mean,
Well-
to start, Audi Cup.
Well, maybe Munchie is getting used to what could be his future striker, because I mentioned in the United show, there's strong rumors out there that City is going to bid for Harry Kane. Strong people are saying so. That
Yeah,
it's in
I
the
saw that.
works. It's in the
They said
works.
they
Look,
had
I
reports
said-
also that sorry, Shaq. They had reports I saw today about Harry Kane said he wanted to leave in the summer, and Daniel Levy put a 125 mil for him.
Mhm. Is he
Look.
worth it? Is Kane worth 125?
I would do
Yeah,
it. I would.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
definitely
he
do the
is.
money.
He is. He definitely
yeah. I mean,
is.
but he's
Still
27,
young
you know.
though. Still,
If he
yeah.
wants to go down as one of the Premier League greats, and how many goals he scored, you have to win something. You have to win something.
Mm-hmm.
I think
And I think
the
go
either two
ahead.
teams he goes is either he goes to Man City that is already thing, and let's say he's guaranteed to win a title, or he goes to Manchester United to fulfill that striker role that you all need and make
Yeah.
a legacy there. So either way he goes, I think it's a win-win for him.
His
At
boyhood
one
club.
point, I thought he was going to go Real Madrid, but with their financial situation right now, I'm not too sure if they have the money,
That's
unless they
the-
figure out a swap. And what player would they swap
Yeah, who
for
would
Harry
they swap?
Kane?
Yeah, that's
I
the
would
thing.
say, who they have? Benzema?
Yeah, I think Kane wants to
No.
stay in England though,
Yeah, I think so too.
and there
I
are
think he does.
teams that could give him the money as well.
Kane should just
Yeah.
come to Arsenal so we can stop this Aubameyang and Harry Kane argument.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
this one
we
is
have
for
somebody
Muncie.
saying,
Yeah, sorry,
Oh,
the
sorry,
guys,
go
put it
ahead,
back. Yeah.
okay, I was. So, oh, wow. So, no go have more trophies than Kane. That is true. That is very, very true.
Yeah,
Not more goals, though, but he does have more trophies than Kane. I heard this one in from Munchie, though. Saw Dan Ings
Yeah.
City, and I'm like, greatest rumor in City's on money history. Look, right? A fit Danny Ings would score a ton of goals with City.
Fit Danny Ings is an upgrade to Gabriel Jesus. Saying that with my
I think
chest.
so. I
Boy.
think so. Right?
I have my 2 cents on this. I was actually scrolling through Twitter and saw this rumor, and I
Yeah.
saw an abundance of complaints. But I think the complaints come from because of how City is at the moment and who we link with, compared to Haaland being that top striker and being top more rather than Danny Ings at Southampton. But honestly, for me, I think I wouldn't mind a Danny Ings. It's not the Haaland class striker or the Kane striker that you would be looking for to take it top notch. But I think we've seen what Ings is there and he can do. I wouldn't be the first option, but I would take him.
Would you take him?
I would.
I think it makes sense because he's at the prime of his career right now. Time to score goals. But honestly, though, I think that the thing about Ings is that he wouldn't be too much of a risk because the transfer fee wouldn't be very high, and his wages wouldn't be very high. So if he came and flopped and then y'all sold him again, then I don't think anybody probably would care, as opposed to probably spending 125 on Harry Kane and then you don't do anything. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think the expectation, though, is that Harry Kane will come in and do something. We have another point here. Danny Inzaghi would improve. I love these names. Would improve Arsenal any top 6 team. He would. I wouldn't mind him at all either. I would not mind him at all. But one of it seems like if all the big teams are looking strikers right now. And in the United show, one of the names he mentioned was DCL. I don't know, y'all thinking DCL gonna stay at Everton or he gonna move? Or he not worth it?
Yeah, I don't know. He started out hot and he's not really scoring much goals now. I would give him another season at Everton before I splash big cash on him because he's gonna cause an arm and a leg. It's not gonna go for no 30 million. So I
I
would give
think
him another season.
yeah.
But
I
isn't
think
that
he needs to add
good?
one more season.
He's a good striker. Well, he is.
But
Yeah,
he's
he's a good
young,
striker, though, but
English.
yeah, exactly. He's young. He's English. He's a good finisher. I just feel like he hasn't really um got back the tempo since coming back from his injury. So he's been a bit on and off because I think since coming back he scored 2 goals, one in the League Cup and one in the Prem. He hasn't really,
But he seems,
Yeah.
but Joe, he seems like a player that thrives off proper delivery, and Everton we could make the case they haven't giving him proper service. So I mean,
yeah,
giving
from
him,
since Hammers
maybe
went
he
down.
might score more
Yeah,
goals.
because remember his form first went down after Hammers went out and Luca Digne
Yeah,
went out,
yeah,
and those were the
yeah.
main two providers.
Yeah,
So it
that's
could
true.
be we can
You
say
know,
that it's a lack of service. That's fair. But I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
For some reason, I mean, I could be wrong. I could maybe be, giving him too much praise. But for some reason, boy, that Ali Watkins youth, I like that kid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
I
was
like
think
him
he's a
talking
too.
good
to
stuff.
killing them about him yesterday.
I like
Yeah,
him
you ever
too.
check his
He's a good
first
kid.
touch?
Oh,
Beautiful.
his runs though.
Yeah,
I love
I
his
don't know. I like
runs.
that kid, boy.
He makes the
Yeah, I
right
like that
runs. He
kid.
makes good runs. But speaking of strikers, Mo, how come you're not passing Aguero the ball? I mean, like, what's going on? Explain to me what's going on, right? Because this video going viral right now, and that video was telling. I mean, I mean, it's kind of funny though. Even that moment, I think the best part of that video was when Sterling literally just
Yeah,
bypassed him, and then
yeah.
Aguero just looked at him like, dude, like, what the heck is
Yeah, I'm
going
right
on
here.
here? Like, I am Sergio Aguero. Give me the ball. I mean, what's going on with the striker situation for you,
Yeah,
man?
I mean, as you see, when we had the City show and we talked about it, I
Mm,
mean, any City fan would be heartbroken to see that how the treatment Aguero is receiving now and he's not getting the ball. But after watching over the video that I think everybody saw, the video that was going around, there was like
mm,
3 occasions. First, the De Bruyne one. Clearly,
mm-hmm.
see Aguero is pointing there for the ball. Those
Yeah,
are balls that we normally see
yeah,
Manchester City making in those final third. Either Aguero gets the ball and he goes there and he shoots like Naples that he always does, or he plays
mm-hmm.
it into the box for a little cutback and a tap in. That one was gone. Let's say that wasn't a good pass. Let's make that one pass. And it
Mm-hmm.
still could happen. The Sterling one, for sure, I don't really know what to make of it because that one was just downright. I didn't even know the thing, but then we had the one with Zinchenko.
Yeah,
I don't I that one I don't think that he could have gotten the ball because there was already enough space to travel. So I won't technically blame it there. Yes, he could have gotten it, but I lean to the further side of no. But honestly, I don't know what to make of it. And to see that he came out complaining after the game shows a lot signs of even worries even more.
mm-hmm.
Because as Aguero to say somebody that is a City legend and he looks like to end up on his way out,
Yeah,
it's not a sign that you always see because we even said the Messi how he was being treated at Barcelona
yeah.
and to see that he was potentially going out. Those type of players you don't want to see that way,
You
and
don't treat
especially
your
for
legends
players.
like that, man. You don't treat your
Yeah,
legends like that, man.
that's true.
That's
So
real.
I
Only
really
Real
don't.
Madrid doing it someday. Only Real Madrid and things they go and
Really,
them.
the City man, then I love nobody. Then I love nobody.
You
Everybody
know,
indispensable for
So,
them.
we should have a rumor mill show
but
because what y'all think
more,
about the go ahead, Drew.
because you were talking about rumors. I was just about to ask about a rumor. I saw a rumor recently about Aguero being linked to Barca, and I
I was
thought that
gonna
was
say the same
crazy.
thing. I was gonna say the
Uh,
same
Yeah,
thing. You read my
that
mind.
was madness.
I
Look,
mean
I
that
like it.
yeah.
I
But
You
I
know
like
don't
it.
think
it.
he looks good. I don't think he looks
No, but
good for
my
them.
thing, why would you sell Suarez,
Suarez,
Yeah.
I
who
know,
has
I
proven
know.
himself in the league? It's
Mm-hmm.
basically the same quality of striker. He
Suarez gonna
fits
win the
into the
league.
team. You know what?
What is
Yeah,
he? Suarez gonna win the league.
you know what you're getting with Suarez. So why would you sell one old player to buy another one? I don't get that.
That's what
Politics.
I was
That's
saying.
why. It's pure politics. I'm telling you, man. And Coleman, one thing Coleman is doing right. What helped Coleman is that they start to win now. Barca is now winning because when they weren't
Yeah.
winning, everybody was like, "You make Haaland changes, you bring in all the kids, and win." But then now he's starting to win. I see even the American they scored 2 goals the other day, boy. And that's not the topic we need to
Yeah,
discuss,
that's
boy. The Americans are getting some guys in Europe there now. I watch it next World Cup.
Yeah, they have
USA
the
might
likes of
actually win.
McKennie too.
No, they were talking about McKennie from
Yeah,
Juventus,
Juventus.
Desta at Barca. They're
at
talking
Barca.
about Pulisic at Chelsea. No matter go through the squad. No matter say they're starting 11 at least. Looking decent. You're looking
Yeah,
decent for
They look,
USA.
they look lovely.
they
They
still
look
have
lovely
Gio
on
Reyna
paper,
too.
but can they execute as in 11?
Okay. All right. So
That's the big question. They look good on paper, but can they execute as an 11? On paper, every year, England has looked like the best team.
that's very true. Going back to the golden generation with Lampard and
Yeah.
Rooney and and Gerrard and all the man in the team, and then they win nothing Beckham, and then they win nothing you know. So that's that, But it's I don't know. I hope that it's something comes out of it. But that's an interesting rumor there. If they actually do bid for him, I do see him going to Barca and fitting right into their system. And at his age, he don't have to do much running. He just gotta play between the lines and finish off all those chances. This is assuming Messi stays, because the new president with the big speech about how I love Messi, Barca loves Messi, you're staying. More politics again. We forget how much politics is in football. Trying to keep Messi there. But y'all actually think he's gonna leave, or they think he's gonna stay?
Messi?
Yeah.
Nah, Messi don't get what he wants. Messi run Barcelona. I don't know how they have all these presidents and stuff like that. Is Messi calling
And the
the
real
shots?
president of the field.
Yeah, Messi calling the shots.
Wow.
Let's not be mistaken at all. Messi calling the shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the
So
real
he's staying.
president on the field.
He's staying.
Yeah,
He's
for me.
staying.
Yeah.
And
I don't see him leaving.
He should.
Because it felt like he was gonna actually end up either going PSG or Man City, one of the two.
I would
'cause
love
they
to
both
see Man
compare.
City though.
That would be amazing, especially
Well,
if
what am I
Cristiano
saying?
comes to United.
I would love to see him in the Premier League. I should say.
Well,
Maybe not.
you're not coming. You're not coming to Arsenal. You go
You
back
don't
to
know
Pep.
that. You don't know that.
Well, I don't know that for a fact, bro. I agree with you. But what I do know is that he's more likely to go to Pep. You would agree
You
with
don't
that?
know that either. Why would he? Why is he more likely?
Because he played in Pep. That's why.
No, I mean no, because
and
he's
City.
done used up. He's already used up Pep's knowledge. The time want to come in, you want to come play under the Arteta.
So let me get this straight. Unless by some miracle y'all make up for, which I hope y'all do, because I predicted y'all would, right? He would go to a mid-table squad, and y'all probably pay him less money because y'all never pay him his wages.
Because he's never
Or
played
go to
mid-table
the
before.
champions. We go to champions with a coach that played before. I mean,
Come on,
Right,
Joe.
you know-
Messi come on for me.
Yo,
Come on.
the man has never played mid-table before. So this is a new challenge for him.
oh, come on, not at his age.
I don't think Messi should leave, man. You're already about. If you hadn't left earlier, I don't think it makes sense to leave.
Yeah.
I would only be okay with Messi leaving if by some miracle Ronaldo was to go to United to retire. I would love to
There
see
you
Messi
go.
go to City.
There
I would
you go.
love
No.
to see that.
Oh, that'd be great for
That
the
would
league, though.
probably
That'd be great for the
not
league.
just that. That would probably be the most iconic Manchester derby in history, for sure.
To watch
Yeah, that
up,
would be
to watch
cool.
up used to be goats.
Used to be. Put some respect on Messi's name.
No, put some respect
To
on both
watch
their names,
up,
man.
to watch
Put some
them used
respect
to
on
be
both
goats.
names.
But no, I'm saying that we want to see them at their prime. Not now.
True.
Yeah, that's true. I
Not
agree.
now.
No, I would
Yeah,
still take them now, Marsha. Come on. I'd still
of
take them
course.
now.
You'd still
Better
watch
late
it.
than never.
You'd
No.
still
Better
watch
late
it.
than never. I'd still take them now.
I guess
But
the
I
reason
don't
why.
think
Good, Joe.
I say I don't think that, like Reese said the other night, that the Cristiano move would be a good financial decision on United's part. And then Messi, the only reason I can see him going to City would be because of Pep and the fact that he did say outright that he would like to play in the MLS and they own an MLS team. So he would just make the transition, over. That's the only how I see that happening.
Mm-hmm. I think too that to continue your point that when you saw what Cristiano did in Italy there, scoring 3 goals against Cagliari, to prove his doubters wrong about the exit in Champions League, and then you see Messi scoring that belter in the loss against PSG, you still say the man so great, the man still has left in the tank, man. So they give us one great Premier League year, everybody's gonna watch that game. Everybody's gonna watch that game. But you see, coming here, Munchie here saying here, we love Arsenal players, Shark Party, so we'll sign. Don't worry.
It's true.
Oh boy. Can anyone afford Messi? Talking about Lamar saying here, and Man City haven't put out an offer for him, and reports are that they aren't planning to. All right, but hey, look, right? Reports change. They change every day, But yeah, I mean, I don't think Oli. If Oli wants Cristiano, it would have to be a scenario where he comes on a free, and you have to lower his wages, which he's not doing. Because I think he wants to sign younger players right now. I think Haaland is who he wants, and if City gets Kane, then we're free to get Haaland. So we're hopefully that'll work out for United.
Well, I mean,
you think Odegaard can put in our word?
Well, I mean, of course, Odegaard, because Odegaard staying. Odegaard has to stay.
Yeah, man, Odegaard can put in our word.
And I saw some pictures today with them guys on an international break training already.
Yeah.
So I mean, Odegaard don't know whisper to the man.
Some pictures as well too.
And I heard that there's I heard that there's a 60 million buyout clause in his contract. Haaland. So.
Yeah. So y'all purchasing Odegaard for sure.
I would. I purchase him
for sure, 100%.
Because if y'all don't, I'm just saying my manager happens to be from Norway. That's all I'm saying. My manager happens to be from Norway.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
I love Odegaard. I love Odegaard. Odegaard is amazing.
If we don't, I feel like that would be a hit, boy, because now that you've worked him into the team and then all of that, for us not to get him, boy, that would be a real downer. And then they're saying 22. That. Yeah, exactly. He's a young player. I remember he's been saying that he's looking for stability because he's been all about too much. He wants a team where he can get good game time and have stability. I mean, and his family, his agents, everybody are happy with him at Arsenal at the moment. So I'd love for that to work out. But they're saying it's depending on if Zidane stays or not. So I don't even know.
Well, my point is that I just don't feel like they have what's the name of the squad? Real Madrid have really given him a chance. They bought him at a young age, and they really haven't played him consistently in any team. So he's kind of been moving around, loan, hoping that somebody, gives him a shot. And I think all the teams he's been at, I think he was a Real Sociedad at one point too. Of all the teams he's been at, this is the first time he actually feels like if number 10 is my spot, they're playing me. I like the system. Let's do this. I see him staying. I see him telling his agent, make it happen. Make it happen. All right? Yeah. All right, make it happen. So I hope not, because I love him, and I was hoping that maybe I could sell Pogba, buy him, and make him play number 8. That was what I was hoping for. I'd do it. So I get two Norwegians. Legit. I would Chelsea love do that to people. Chelsea love do that to people. Watch people transfers and then sneak in with a bid. So man.
What players and
I see Oli saying, you know what? Let me just go call up Haaland, and call up Odegaard and have a little Norwegian conversation there, and then the two of them. Oh man,
I might look you Haaland.
Skill in the building. In the building. How you doing, Skill? Everything good to you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just saying you chatting your nonsense.
Yo, You know that's all I chat, bro. You know I come to
Yeah,
Ireland
man.
first to
Yeah,
chat nonsense.
yeah.
That's what I do. You see, I have on my Benna Boys jersey. You know, let me ask you a
Been the
question,
boys to the
Skill. Was there
world.
any point in time? Of course. Was there any point in time, Skill, where you ever thought that you would actually play for the national team, starting player?
Yo, why would you want to go down that road? Why?
I,
Tell
Let me
me
I,
ask
why.
you one
Just
question.
answer the question, bro.
Why?
Yes or
How
no?
did
If you just sitting thinking, dreaming about the jersey and say, you know what, one day, boy, I play for my squad, you know, and I know different, you know, not everything work out sometimes, but did you dream about it?
It's not a dream, but I've been to practices, but
Okay. Uh-huh.
my kind of own way.
Ah, okay. All
So
right.
I've left Empire, go to Wings, left from Wings, go back to Empire, left from
Mm-hmm.
Empire, go to
Mm-hmm.
Hilltop, and then
Mm-hmm.
so my father thinks that's
and
my
then you get
downfall.
old.
Yeah, like no.
uh, yeah, I remember. When we were younger, boy, you had some pace there, boy. You had some good pace back in the day. You know, all the pace gone now. But so life go, right? Everybody now will get their shot. But it is
Yeah,
like,
I know,
mm-hmm.
I
Maybe you
know.
weren't supposed to. Maybe if you did, you know, then you'd get this big shot, you know, and talk to, you know, and you know,
Hey, but
and so forth.
I never forgot this. I
Mm,
remember playing. I think that's my second year in comprehensive. I actually went to practice, and then guess what? Boom, my report card came.
mm.
Mommy said, "Hey, no football for you."
Wow, wow. So there you go. So there you go. I've been there, bro.
Yeah,
I've been there with other sports. You know, my parents did the same thing too. I was playing tennis, I was playing basketball, and it's like, you know what? School matter most. Good to see you. You made it. Definitely. Welcome to Adam fans. This is your, I would say, your official debut, and we're proud to have you. You know, and we have so much to ask you and get involved as we talk Ben and Boys. You know, and we talk Antigua football. You know, I was on your profile there, and I was seeing a lot of great content. I'm surprised I hadn't seen it before. You know, but tell us about a lot why you know how that whole came to be. Introduce yourself to all the fans and everybody that'll be watching this video and tell us about that whole setup and what that mindset in thinking this.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. My name is Pastor
Good
Georgia,
evening.
uh, founder of Football Profile 268. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure, talking football to you
Mm-hmm.
guys. Football Profile came about, it was always a dream of mine to actually have a magazine per se of our players. Like you will see 442 magazine, stuff like that, and feature our players on a weekly or monthly basis. But a magazine costs money, it takes time, and
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Does.
we just did do a Facebook page. Had a few friends who love the sport like I did, came together, put our heads together, and started just as you guys started, I guess. And with hard work and determination, we're here today. With the following that we have, we
Mm-hmm.
appreciate each and every one of our fans. We listen to everybody. We try to bring out content ever so often, but it's hard now. No football is
It
being
is.
played,
That's
but
true.
we try our best to keep you informed on what's going on in terms of
Mm-hmm.
football, the youth, where they're heading, and stuff like that.
Great to hear that, Astel. One key question that will determine the rest of this show and your involvement in this very important question. So I want you to think about this. I want you to answer truthfully, honestly, and with passion. What team do you support?
Oh
One,
my, oh
What team do
my,
you support? What team besides Better Boys? What team or
oh
besides the
my.
local team? What international team do you support in terms of club team? What club
EPL.
team do you support? EPL team do you support?
Oh
Arsenal.
my.
You're an Arsenal fan. Okay,
Arsenal.
Come
all
on.
right. Okay.
Wisdom.
Hey, Josh.
Right.
Josh,
Go ahead, big boss.
isn't that sad?
I have the most
Oh,
respect for this guy,
man.
right? I legit have a lot of respect for Aston Joseph. I do, but I gotta say, he dropped down just 1 or 2 points like a while ago.
Yo, I have no love for that guy.
Oh boy, okay. We can't do that to a special guest, man. We have a special guest tonight. We can't do that. We have to put aside our personal feelings, man. We can't do that to Aston, man. But well, we have 2 Arsenal fans up there, and
Of course.
they,
And Josh,
go ahead.
Asta is a quality centre back too,
Oh, he
Centre back,
is
left
okay.
back. Yeah, in his day. I
It is
mean,
day.
I don't know. I don't know if so much now. How much football you
Mm.
play now, Astel? Or when we were able to play? You played the last season?
Play football up until last season. I was coaching. I play football Sunday morning. I still have it like that way back then, but I can still get it.
I remember playing a couple
Great.
community leagues with Astel, man. He's still behind the kick down people.
Wow. Oh, boy, I can't wait till we start playing again.
Kick people for nothing. Easy.
Aston, we don't we're gonna get right into it. Let's start, Benna boys. What do you think are our chances of actually winning the 2 games that we have to play? We have a game on Wednesday, we have a game on Saturday, Montserrat and US Virgin Islands. What are our actual chances of actually winning those 2 games?
We have a chance, just as they have a chance of beating us. It's football, and the game is played on the day, right? We see it all. Teams look good on paper, but when they get out there, it's a different situation. It all goes down to the guys' minds, preparation from beforehand. If they go out to execute what the coach has in mind, and stick to the game plan, regardless. I'm fully in support of our boys, and I think that they can do it. Just like how Montserrat feel they can beat us, I feel we can beat them. I've seen the preparation. Most of the preparation. I've been at the turf even before they get there. I watch 95 or 99.9% of the training sessions. I've seen all the games. It's a lot of work being put into to these guys.
Okay, I think we lost him, or it's me.
No, yeah.
No, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, like you lost Astel
Yeah.
there for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure
like
he'll
you
pop
were
back in a
saying
second.
there, right?
Go shot.
Like you were saying, the game is really played on the pitch. And what I really want to get from him when he comes back is what level of preparation he would have seen from the team, and how prepared he think that they are. Because I don't know much about Montserrat. I've never seen them play, but I'm intrigued to know what kind of opposition are they. And
Let's
Josh,
go
if you
to
could just go ahead and
good.
you could call out the team.
Yeah. We see here the team, pretty good team, I gotta say. And I can see here that it's a lot of local players, and we'll get to that whole aspect of what is the whole thing concerning local versus the English-based players. But we got Javon Stevens, you got Junior Benjamin, Denny Henry, Zayn Mohammed, and Peter Baez. Who y'all see possibly people are hot strikers there that's going to actually play a strong role in this game? Anybody here? Skill, you're more with the local scene. Can you tell us exactly who you see from those striker lists who's more likely to start?
Well, I'll go with the vintage striker. I'll start Peter Byers up front, depending on the formation that is being played. On previous matches, we saw, as in the Junior Benjamin, that's Eto from Rangers. Eto like playing wide, left wing, right wing.
Okay.
They alternate. But I don't know what they have up their sleeve for the first encounter, but I know it has to be probably Peter Byers up front.
Yeah, I'd agree with Skill. Go with the one that's proven. I know he's getting up there in age, but if it's one thing you can never doubt his, I can never doubt his quality. He's strong on the bar. He has a good shot. Peter has been Peter, let's keep going with Peter Band. Josh, you there? Okay. Astel, you back?
Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm here.
Right. So yeah, you were making a point. You could continue it.
Okay, Astel is having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, it seems that he's having some issues there. But I mean,
You're talking
looking at that team, let's.
But he's speaking now.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Astel.
Shock. You were saying something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I was asking you to finish up your point you made before you were disconnected there in regards to the opposition that we're going to face.
Oh. Yeah. With the opposition, we, as I said, we're just as capable of beating them as they are capable of beating. If you look on the stats before, we've never lost to them. We can go into the game with that mentality. Listen, we've never lost to them. Let us not lose to them now. It's the same thing with USVI. We have never lost to them. We can say, let's not lose to them now.
Mm-hmm.
We can use the 12th man. We can use we don't have any fans. They have limited fans, but we can use the fact that, listen, we can say, okay, George is coaching over there. We don't want George to beat us. We know who George is. We know players have been on the team right now, played with him, are friends with him. You all know Ziggy and Soa have a great relationship. So Ziggy now can fuel these guys to listen. Let's not let Soa beat us tonight. You understand? These are the things can go into winning that game, if they're actually thinking about it.
Well, Astel, tell me something here. Tell me something here.
Everything out there. And
What would you say is going into the game? What was your prediction for the score line for the game? How much are we beating them by, or do you see them scoring in this game? Astel, you still with us?
you want we stand chance. Of course, we can stand chance of scoring. If we do, it won't be 2-1 or 1. You know, and 3-2 pass.
Okay, 2-1 or 1-0. Yeah, definitely. I see that. I hope so that be the case because I'm going off the form from the 3-0 friendly. Does that can give us any kind of indication that we're expecting a lot of goals in this game? And do we feel like the chances of us losing, are they slim?
They're just as any, anything can happen. We can lose. Yes, we can lose. And even if we lose, I don't see us losing by no big margin. Sponsors are English-based players and they play up in the league, up in England. Yeah, but we know our guys and we know what our guys can do. We know our guys, our physicality, how we run for 100%. We run all day, every day. Put up warm, then come out and nothing. Then you're hard work. Also with other guys on the team who will leave everything out on the pitch, regardless of what the scoreline be, no matter what. And if you have a guy like Malvin in the back who continuously talk his defense and pulling them in line every for the way.
And if I can just jump in here, Astel, maybe you can get the rest of the panel to give their discussions on this, on the games that you've seen from Antigua and so forth. There's been a big debate whether or not the local players are up to scratch to even play and play for Antigua on this level, or we need to be primarily focusing on getting as many English-based players as possible. So let's start with Skill. Skill, what are your thoughts on that? Local versus English-based. We need more local and trust them, or we need more English-based and less local?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't say local versus English base. I'll put a mixture. I'll put a mixture in there. But there are times when we do need the help. Others say, I'm talking about the outsiders say that, hey, I don't want English players because our guy is capable of doing the job. That might be true. On the other hand, sometimes it's self-discipline. But
Okay.
I will go with a mixture between both local and English.
Okay, all right. Joe, what do you think about that? Do we need more English or we need more local?
I think it's about balance. I have no problem with us having some English players in, but it's a case where, for me personally, because I mean, if you're bringing in English players, especially players who are playing at a higher level than a lot of the local players, the experience and so on can play a part, in assisting the team. But I also feel like, for me personally, if you don't need to bring in an an English player to play if you have a local person who can give you this, who can have the same impact on the game. Because the whole idea of bringing in an English player is to elevate the team. Because my thing is, if you're going to bring in an English player that is going to give me, for example, if you're going to bring in an English player that is going to give me what, let's say Peter Byers is going to give me, then might as well stick with Peter Byers. Because after all, this is Benna boys, this is Antigua's national team.
Yeah.
And I feel like
you agree?
Well, I agree
I agree.
with him.
I agree with Joe because that's the point I was going to make. If you're gonna bring in any players, and I hear us keep saying English players, but we should say English based players because if they can play for us, they are Antiguans.
Antigua, so to speak.
So
Yeah.
so we should I say bring them in if they can, like Joe said, elevate us. Don't bring in a player that's not going to be that's taking up somebody's spot, but he's really not better just because you can bring them in. So we need the quality because I've watched the Benna boys play, and I see in key positions you need that player. You need that player. And look at it this way: we brought in Josh Parker, and from ever since Josh Parker came in, he has been brilliant for us. For him, that's where I see, you know what? That's quality coming into the squad. And if we can get more players like Josh, then that would be good.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, everybody else is doing it. Jamaica's doing it. Grenada is doing it. Trinidad is doing it, where they are bringing in, if they're going to bring in someone who is not native born, he has to significantly raise the caliber. So if it's like Jamaica and they can get Sterling, if they could, then he's a high caliber player. But if it's someone that is playing in Preston North End and he's not as good as the guy on the island, why bringing him in the first place?
100%.
Exactly.
I mean, speaking about Jamaica, like Jamaica has Ravel Morrison playing for them. Ravel Morrison is a baller. His career just went down a particular part, but that guy is a phenomenal footballer. So, talking about people like that for a fact will come in and elevate, and people too that will come in and be able to, help to push other players to get better, and other players can learn things from them. Because you need people not only to come in to play for the team and to help to elevate us, to get to further stages in the competition, but people who maybe have more experience and so on. They play, like I said, play at a higher level, who can also help to mold our local players to take their game further and to the next level as well.
Well, I hope so. I hope so. That first game there, I'm gonna make sure that I'm in my place to watch that game versus Montserrat. And I know that we're always considered to be underdogs usually when we play against the bigger nations. But I seriously see us winning against Montserrat and against the U.S. Virgin Islands, and they may have better players in certain positions, but I think it's all about the team. And back to Astel. Astel is still with us, right? Astel, you there? We're having some technical issues tonight.
Yo, I'm sorry, but I wish Ashwell was here. I have some question for him.
Yeah, we seem to be having some issues with Astel. Yeah. Oh, he's here. There's a delay though, a slight delay. So we're gonna try to see the best we can work with it, and seeing how that plays out. Astel, my good skills. You had some questions.
Mike.
Yeah, there's a delay.
Okay, Astel, this question for you. One-shot football team. It's coached by former defender George Sower Dublin. Am I correct?
Hear that? Go again.
One-shot football club. One-shot National Football Club is coached by
I didn't hear the
former
question.
defender George Sower.
Keep going, Skid.
One-shot national team is coached by George Sower Dublin, former national defender. Am I correct?
Okay, we seem to be having some issues with Astel there. Shaka, will you message Astel and see if you can probably, if you can go back out and come back in so we can get some more fluidity with that. We're gonna let him out for now. And y'all know how it is in Antigua without internet sometimes. We have some difficult issues. This is why everybody need to go to Digicel, all right? I'm promoting Digicel now on our show.
I'm joking, man.
I hear they have an upgrade. I hear they recently upgrade. So maybe Digicel can sponsor the next show.
You want me to move back to Digicel again?
Yes, man. They still got good speed now. I hear they got good speed now. So, there's a bit of a drop off there. Look, right, whoever give you the best, I think fiber is really the way to go. But such as it is in third world countries, we have to adjust. But when we think about this, we're saying that Benna boys, we're hoping that they do well. I'm hoping that they win this game. But yeah, he's right. On the day, we're not really entirely sure exactly who's going to show up, but I hope that for the most part that the teams themselves, INET, the teams themselves put in a good show. I really do hope so. But
all right, Ambassador.
Some INET.
Hey, but wait. Hold on, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Allen, this question is for you.
Skill, you frozen.
Huh?
Are you frozen?
Yeah, Skill is a little frozen.
No idea.
Yeah.
Still?
So
Am I?
Yeah.
Still?
Let's dip out and come back.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see that thing came back. Asta came back, but
all right, we can see it now.
Okay, let's see if we
can see me now.
Yeah.
No, I'm having trouble now. Yeah, I'm still with y'all.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, boy. It seems like iNet, boy. I see. Tell her now. I'm gonna leave iNet. I'm gonna go digital. I'm done. I'm done with these people. All right. All right. Look. I think we might have Astel back. Astel, you back? Astel is having some trouble. Yeah, we have a lot of questions for Astel. And so fans, if you understand Antigua, you know how this go. We have to find out what Astel have. If we have APWA, we know APWA is to blame for all this. So I guess we'll find out in a second. Astel, you with us?
I look rough for Astel tonight, man.
Yeah, it looked rough tonight. All right, well, we're gonna see if we can get back Astel next time because we want to make sure we hear everything there is to hear about Astel, and what he has to say. I have a lot of questions for him. Still have a lot of questions for him. We don't want to do the fans any injustice. But we did hear some good things from him. He's pretty confident that Antigua is going to do well. And what are your predictions for this game? Let's get some predictions for the game for Montserrat, and then we'll talk about the Virgin Islands game next time because we're going to get them in. We hear Mr. Allen here is saying leaving iNet is a bad choice. Well, they're not helping us tonight, man. They're not doing a lot helping us tonight, And so that's not working there. And Skill had a question for Mr. Arnold. So
Yeah, but
What is right?
yeah, but
coming,
I,
catching.
I would like because
With you.
Vashami Allen is a Benna boy player. So yes, that's all right back. But so I just want to know what's his start of the team.
Okay, all right. Well, Mr. Allen, you heard the
I
question.
I don't. I think it might be too long for him to type it. So um,
We'll tell you what.
yo, Sean,
Maybe
yeah. Go ahead, Pastor.
no, I was just gonna say maybe we could get him on the next show because we actually got to
Yeah,
close. All right, and we can probably get back on Astel because we really want Astel on, and so we can break down everything there is to say about him. But yeah, let's get everybody's predictions in and see if we can for this game coming up on Wednesday, a game I will certainly watch. We have more here coming in saying 3-0 win for Antigua. Shaq, let's start with you. What do you think was going to happen in
You
this
don't
game?
know how to think of Benna boys to the well. Let me see. Easy 6-0. 6-0 win.
wow.
I'm
Six
just
none.
joking. I'll go for 2-0. 2-0
Come
win.
on, say it with your chest, man. Say it with your chest.
2-0.
Uh,
2-0.
Two
We have a
0
question. We have a question here,
Mm-hmm.
Dashi.
Yeah, is Murta in the squad? Oh, let's check the squad. Let's see.
No, he isn't. And he was
He
one of the
isn't.
players back in the day, where I thought was real quality. Yeah,
Mm,
I thought he was real quality. But you can call out the team there, Josh. Call out the
yeah.
team there for everybody.
Okay, so we call the strikers there Javon Stevens, Junior Benjamin, Denny Henry, Zayn Mohammed, Peter Bias, Big Peter Bias, Kieran Eugene, DeAndre Bishop, Juwan Roberts, Quinton Griffith. Yeah, that's the man. Calvin Martin, Joshua Parker. We just talked about him and his quality in the midfield. And Jari Shepard, Kaduka Challenger, and that covers the midfielders. Goalkeepers, we have Jaden Martin, Murphy Parker, and Melvin James. We spoke about him as well. For defenders, we have Jervis Lee, Leroy Graham, Juwan Williams, Karanja Mack, Tamale Thomas, Zane Francis Angel, I think his last name pronounced it. Thank you. And Mala Romeo and Tariq Tong. So that's the full team, and the management looks pretty good. They've been doing a great job with that squad as well, too. And we have Munchie here jumping in saying that we should ask Jamal for his, that's an inside joke there for all the fans who don't know what that's about. That's an inside joke there about Jamal giving the craziest predictions concerning that. We got Mr. Allen here with Antigua 2-1 Montserrat. And we have a Sam Margo saying, I'm a Boham Wood fan, and they said him and Francis Singer both got called up. Okay, all right. And yes, we do need Jamal's prediction. We do. All right. The car says 2-0. Skill, what's your prediction for this game for Montserrat?
Well, it's a win, of course. It's a win in my book. Probably 3-1 Antigua.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say 3-1.
Big
I was gonna give the same prediction as well.
Yeah, Big Pete on the scoreboard.
Of course.
Probably Junior Benjamin.
Yeah, Eto is a player that I really like. He doesn't back down from any challenge. He's very physical. He's very direct too. So he could cause problems for any defense.
Yeah, he could. And I think that is anybody that you all know, or have heard of, who you'd love to see in the team, or definitely somebody you want to start. They need to start. I say y'all mentioned Peter Byers, he needs to start. Josh Parker, I would assume, needs to start. Anybody else in your minds and hearts y'all thinking should either be in the team and is not, or somebody that definitely should start? Let's start with Skill.
You see, this is a point. This is I reached the point where I have questions for Astel. Because we have seen them trained 99% of the time. Likewise, Rashami Allen was in the training squad as well.
Yeah.
So, not to put Rashami on the spot, but I would like to hear his takes on probably the whole team management, team picking.
Okay. Well, he said something in the chat here that may be of some help. My thoughts on the team. The team is well built. Team mixture of both young and elders, and I have confidence in my team that Gold Machine #Eto. And then we have Burnside here coming in saying Eto as well. So Eto seems to be where we expect the goals to come from. Let's see if we can get back in Astel one more time. I think he's back, so we're gonna try one more time to see if we can get him in. Hopefully, iNet will do his justice. Astel.
The show iNet you have yet? Maybe digital.
Astel, can you hear us now? There's a long delay there, fellas. It's a long delay there.
I can hear you. I'm here.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you, Astel, but the delay is a bit of a concern. So we were hoping that we could probably, I know how your schedule works. We hope we could probably get you back another time. Probably we can improve, maybe get you some digital between now and then. So maybe Thursday show, we'd love to have you back and try to see if you can improve the internet situation, because there's a long delay there. I want to make sure the fans hear everything you have to say. So fans, we're gonna try to see if we can get him back on Thursday. So everybody make sure they come back on Thursday, and maybe we can even get Rashami Allen in as well too, to get his thoughts on what he thinks is with the team and so forth. We have one quick comment here from Shamoy saying, get Shaq called for the squad. I agree. I agree 100%. And if they need anybody to do some 2-foot tackles, I am the man to call. All right? Legit. I specialize in 2-foot tackles.
Oh, boy.
I have a doctorate. So if you need that to happen, when we break some ankles, and I'm there to be. But Shaq will be a good CDM. We all say. Get Shaq as
the God, my name the boy.
Okay.
The God.
Oh man, yeah. Bashami is saying he's not vexing being dropped, But Skill thinks that you're supposed to hold on the right back spot. I've never seen you play, but I'm gonna take Skills. I'm gonna take Skills' opinion.
I'm not saying that he should be upset. I just want to hear his views upon team selection.
Well, Bashami, we'll get you on the show on Thursday. He's saying here though, I'm just disappointed with how he went down. You know what? I want to find out how he went down. I want to find out how he went down, and I'm sure other fans too.
Yeah, but I'm gonna message you throughout the week before Thursday. You see, we can start up something.
You see him in a like, What's the
All right. So yeah, fans, please, everybody, come back on Thursday so we can get Astel back again and we hear this drama here from Vishami. Figure out
And Josh,
what going
Keeper,
on there.
Keeper too, who joined us a couple of weeks ago on Island Fans. He was in the training squad as well. So I'll see if I get
Ah,
him to get
great.
his review on how the training went.
Yeah, definitely.
But
We
Josh, I have a
got
question here for you.
the big boss.
Do you think we can? Do you think we can put in another show before the first game?
We could try. Yeah, that's Wednesday, 7 o'clock.
Exactly. So we
Um,
can hear. So we can hear their takes on what's about to happen.
all right. The board of directors will sit down and discuss that. They'll sit down and discuss that and liaise how we're gonna make that done. I would have Island fans every night, but you know how life goes. I want to put in a couple comments here though. Over at Lamar Johnson, the man say you can be the diving coach. The Giants,
I'm actually back.
100%. Fans, I'm telling you, if you want someone that is an expert at diving, I think the only person, no. Memphis better than Moy. Memphis definitely better than
Dog,
Moy.
you crazy?
You don't think so?
Dog,
You don't
that
think
can't
so?
happen. That can't happen. That
I don't know.
can't
It's a
happen.
toss up though, but Memphis is pretty good though. I gotta say, Memphis is very good at that. Shumoy here saying prime Jacka. You say Shaq should be. I wouldn't say that. I'd probably say Odegaard the man be their number 10. That's
Yeah,
who
my
he is.
bad
Yeah.
with them. I can play anywhere. I can play the 6, I can play the 8, I can play the 9, and I can play the 10.
Wow, you play
It
all the
depends
number
on
them.
what I want. If they have a keeps, back in them, I can keep, Oh, joke, yeah.
Oh, I've seen you keep though, and I gotta say though,
Yeah, me too.
every time I see you keep good. So I don't want you to mess up the keeping legacy. Left that there for the past.
And then
Definitely.
back in the day, before my
Silky
injury,
Shaki.
before the injury, now I was prime Soul Campbell.
Legit. Oh, for real. I don't know.
I
You seem kind of
mean,
shy for defender though, bro. I don't
grammar school. I mean, nobody could have passed me. Then
know.
sometimes I
Okay.
shift on the right back and turn into Lauren. What a joke it is.
Which is why I think you should be either 8 or 6. 8 or 6 would go good. So you
Nah,
have the
I'm too
defensive
skillful.
part and the offensive part. You know what I mean? All
I'm too
right.
skillful right now.
What you said, we are going overseas. Moy is saying, is me teaching them is not true. That is true. I gotta say though, you're right. I am sorry, Moy. You are the king of diving. You are the king of diving. But yeah, Joe, what's your skill set, Joe? You play any particular position in football? You play football at all?
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
attacking bench.
attacking moment, boy.
Yes.
I used to play a bit of football, man. I played right back for a short period of time, not for a long period. I started to play as 8, and then I stopped playing football and started playing basketball.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're more in the basketball realm now. All right. You
Yeah.
say play for a team? We play for.
So we can't tell when last me talk about basketball.
For real? You need to keep
You know
yourself
what?
fit, man. You need to keep yourself fit from what's the name? She was earlier up in the show now. Let me see if I can find her. Yeah, you need to keep yourself fit, man. I don't know the current status. There she is. Thank you, Shaq. Yeah, I don't know. I know, Tris, you need to get him back into sports because sports keeps a man ready.
I'm still into sports, but in terms of like like in terms of like competitions and so on, no, not really. I'll go out and play a little basketball here and there. My boys, I'll play cricket, I'll play football, but just for the fun of it.
Backery.
Stagna.
Backery.
Okay,
No,
all right.
Zachary boy, man was prime Ashley Cole, bro.
Frimpong. Name
Let's not bend this one now, Jack. Let's not bend this
Hold
one.
on.
We
Wait,
can say
Josh.
this
Josh,
though.
wait, Josh.
What's your
Yo,
disrespect?
Joe. You want to be a midfielder?
Eh?
You want to be a midfielder?
If I want to be a midfielder,
Yeah. Cause Fing Pong
No.
never good now.
But that's what I'm saying. I said I use it. That's what I'm saying.
Munchie style, man.
Gosh,
Ah, oh man.
But I gotta say this though, 45 pace skill have. Definitely. I never say 45 plenty the boy. 45 pace, so it means skill. No, I remember, right, that when Skill and I were teenagers, man, Skill used to have plenty pace. I remember that. I don't know, Skill, tell me, am I wrong?
I started off playing wing. I started off playing flank.
Still tell you, none of them have plenty pace back, you don't have 45 pace.
You go for 90, you go for 90 to 45. Man, the rough
Yeah, in Antigua language.
That one, the rough.
Man.
But that's the same thing. When I was younger, I used to have a lot of pace, but here's what my problem was defensively. I was
Me too.
I was too rash. Because
You
here's
still
the thing,
rash.
right? Here's
When
the thing.
me too rush. You have rush?
No, oh,
You get
I
some
made
cream for
rash,
that now.
rash challenges,
Seco.
but here's the thing, right? This was my defensive mindset. If you, as a wingman, run at me and you get past, the next play now, I care about no football now, but you get knocked because you disrespect me. You get
I
knocked.
agree.
Without
I
a doubt.
agree. 100% agree. I 100% agree. All right. And then Munchie says, still faster than Harry. Skill, don't worry. All right.
Me tell you, boy.
All
Munchie
right,
thanks,
don't
Munchie.
worry.
Munchie thanks.
There's no pace category for Harry. Alrighty then. But thanks, guys, for coming on. Thanks for all your commentary. I wish you could have heard more from Astel, but I am looking forward to hearing from him again and hearing from Mr. Allen, because, there seems to be a lot of background going on there. And if you can get some more people in there too. And there's also future shows where we could even get a few of the managers possibly on this show as well. Some of the international managers, even they're away. We're going to work on that. The board is going to sit down, talk, call their people. They're going to call our people. We're going to work it out. We're going to figure it out. Ireland fans is getting international. Step by step, we're getting there, So we'll see how that works. Before you know, we're going to have the coach in there too. Munchie, Ireland fans. We'll see. Alrighty then. Thank you guys for coming on. Fans, please come back. Go check out the Instagram page. Check out the YouTube channel. Share. Let's get those subscribers up. Let's get the fan base up. The videos are there. Let the world see what we're about. And we will definitely have more great content for you. Dro, thank you. Shaq, thank you. Skill, thank you. Even Moy, thank you. And everybody, have a great night. Have a great night.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.